Your lesson today is over multiplying and dividing negative fractions. Now, much like addition and subtraction of negative fractions, you're going to find that the rules are the same as they've always been. We're just combining with other rules. So, quick review of multiplication. How do you multiply fractions? First thing you do, we try to simplify either of the fractions by checking either numerator or denominator for common factors. Once you've done that, you multiply straight across, and the beauty of multiplying is there's no common denominator needed. So that's one less step than addition. And since we're involved with negatives, we are going to apply the rules of negative integers to our negative fractions. So let's try it out. So we'll do this. We do one problem at a time. If you want to pause the video and try on your own, you can, see what you know. Otherwise, keep it rolling and write down what I do. So negative 4/9 times negative 3/8. I'm going to go ahead, since I know negative times a negative is a positive, I'm just going to cross these out. We know our answer is going to be positive at the very end. Now we check for common factors for our numerators or denominators. 4 and 9 we can't do, but 4 and 8, we can divide both of those by 4. 3 to 1 and 2. 9 and 3, we can divide both those by 3 to get 1 and 3. For an answer of 1/6. We know it's positive, so we stay positive. Next, we have a mixed number example. We have 1 and 2/5 times negative 2 and 1/2. We start here by making each mixed number into an improper fraction. 1 and 2/5 becomes 7/5. And negative 2 and 1/2, well, it's going to be negative. To convert 2 and 1/2 like normal to become, sorry, let me rewrite that a little better, becomes negative 5/2. So positive times a negative, we know the answer is negative. We see we can factor. Those 5s certainly factor out, become 1 and 1. 1 in the wrong spot, 1 there, 1 there. Let's erase that one so I'm not confused. And we're left with 7/2. So we've got negative 7/2, which is fine to me as an improper fraction, or if I'm making a mixed number, becomes negative 3 and 1/2. Division. Quick reminder how we divide fractions. Remember, change division sign into multiplication, and we flip that second fraction. And then we just follow the multiplication rules for our previous slide, as well as applying our integer rules. Let's cover that up. So we have negative 2/7 divided by 6/35. So follow those rules. Negative 2/7, keep the same. Division becomes multiplication. Flip that second fraction. Negative times a positive becomes a negative. Let's look for factoring possibilities. We've got 2 and the 6, become 1 and 3. 7 and 35 becomes 5 and 1, which gives us a final answer of negative 5/3 after multiplication. If you want to make it a mixed number, negative 1 and 2/3. The other one is negative 2 and 5/8 divided by 7/16. So we make this an improper fraction. Becomes negative 21/8 divided by negative 7/16. I'm just going to do one step at a time. If you want to combine steps, if you feel confident doing it, you can go for it. So now we do our flipping around. Multiplication, flip our second fraction. Okay, a negative times a negative becomes a positive, so we know our answer is positive. So if you want to cross those out, feel free. Look for our factoring opportunities. Divide out 7 from each of those. Divide out 8 from each of these. Which leaves you with 6/1, which in lowest terms becomes just 6. So now, on this slide, you definitely want to pause the video and try these on your own. Once you're finished, come back and see how the answers went. Negative 4/5 times 15/19. You know the answer is negative 5 and 15. We can factor, divide out 5 from each of those. 4/19 they're stuck there. So we've got negative 12, excuse me, 19. So once you multiply each part there. And then for our division one, make an improper fraction, negative 14/3 divided by negative 28/9. Don't try to go too fast with these, one step at a time. So keep negative 14/3 and multiply it by negative 9/28. So we've got a negative times a negative, that becomes positive, so I would just get rid of those. Look for a factoring opportunity. We can divide out 3 from each of those. 1 and 3. And 14 and 28, you can divide each by 14. If it takes you longer to get there, it's fine. As long as you work down to the lowest terms. So our final answer becomes 3/2, or 1 1/2. And this concludes your lesson over multiplying and dividing negative fractions.